Hi, this is Brandon Spilley from thirstgym.com. Today we're talking about an exercise called the kettlebell sumo deadlift versus band. We've talked about the kettlebell sumo deadlift in the past. Phenomenal exercise, especially for youth athletes and personal training clients in terms of developing lower body strength and teaching the hinge pattern from a very simplistic way for them and set them up for success. There's just a different variation on that deadlift pattern, but using a band. Now, the way that we choose to set this up is to use our rig. We take our J-cups and we set them so that when we pull the band across, it's basically pulling the J-cups in and it keeps it locked in a good position, and then we just run it through the handle of the kettlebell. Very easy setup. Usually you might have to help your kids, your clients set this up because you're trying to create some tension there. But what's really nice is the band's going to be able to provide us some accommodating resistance so that as we pull the deadlift up off the ground, it's going to technically make the exercise harder. The load that we're going to have is heavier and it adapts towards the strength curve of the exercise. So the easiest part of the deadlift is going to be here, and the hardest part is going to be from the floor, just from a range of motion and mechanics standpoint. And this is going to help match that to provide some good quality resistance to the full range of motion. And then this is also another way to give your athletes, especially your youth athletes, some variety in their deadlifting if you happen to be limiting the amount of barbell work that they do. So we're just going to perform our standard kettlebell deadlift here with the band run through it. So the handle is generally set up around the ankle, give or take, mid-foot. We want to make sure our chest is good and tall. I'm feeling the whole foot. I'm going to keep my arms good and long. Push my hips back and down as I continue to reach long with my hands till I get to the kettlebell. My knees are going to come out as I go down here. And then I'm going to keep my chest tall, and I'm going to push through my feet, stand tall, back down. So from here to here, I can definitely tell there's more tension. Just like that. The other option that you have, you can tie the the band to the kettlebell and then put your feet through the band and then stand up that way. The only problem I've seen with that is there's not really a whole lot of tension from the get-go, and then we get to the top, you either have a lot or you're still missing out depending upon how tall you are or short you are. It's also a little more confusing for your athletes. This is nice. Run it through and you're good to go. The only pitfall here is if you want to either add band tension or add weight, you got to unhook it every time and get different bands. But for the most part, this is pretty smooth sailing in terms of setup and execution. This being one of our strength exercises for our youth athletes. We really like this for about 5 to 8 repetitions for more of our clients and athletes. We're not getting them like crazy heavy, but we do want them to be able to move a little bit of weight and not necessarily get any kind of aerobic work from their hinge patterning and their deadlifting. Obviously, you can load this as much as you really want to, so even if you are somebody that's pretty strong, if you've got a 200-pound kettlebell and some heavy bands, you could definitely use this as a finisher as well for your glute hamstrings if you're looking for something like that. So if you have any questions, feel free in the comment section. Thanks. Have a great day.